Yo, what's up, boys? It is turn this fucking fan up. It's hot in here. It is midnight right now. A little bit fucking late, but I just wanted to come on here and show you guys a few things about the market right here on this part 2 of this trading academy. So let's get started. All right, so let me fucking make myself a little smaller here. That's better. Okay, so the market, right? Last video went over very, very basic stuff, so hopefully by now you should be able to read candlesticks and things like that. Today I'm going to show you guys about just kind of like the basics of how to use like Tradingview, the very basics of what you really need to know, because there's a lot of mumbo jumbo on here that doesn't fucking matter. So this is Tradingview. You can either click right here or just start typing, and you'll look up a symbol. The only symbol you're going to want to fucking click is NQ1. You can just type NQ, and you'll see this right here. There's a little drop down right here, NQ1. So NQ1, it's the chart of NQ, but it works in different contracts. You don't really need to think about it too much, but right here, you can see there's different contracts right here from March 2025 to June 2025. They have different expirations. Don't really think options. If you're coming from options, don't really think that. Just kind of think like just expiration of the current contract. So like, look, in QU, you could see the price action is not very good on. It's because like no one's really fucking trading that shit. It doesn't make sense. Everyone right now is going to be trading this current contract, which is NQH 2025. But if you can't retain anything that I just said, it doesn't fucking matter. Just remember NQ. If you click this, it'll bring you to NQ1 exclamation point. And the thing is, if you do place a trade on NQ1 exclamation point, which is this, it'll put you on the most recent contract. But you can also just go to the most recent contract like this. So you'll just click whatever the top one is right here. Boom. That fucking simple. The same shit works for ES, but we're not going to go over that shit. So here, okay, we'll go ahead and start. So you want to be on NQH, or not H specifically, but you want to be on the most current one is what I mean to say here. So, cool. So, with Tradingview, you can hold left click around like this and move. You can right click and you get shit like this. You can hit reset chart view and it kind of sets it up all like this. You can use your scroll wheel to zoom like this. You can also just grab it right here. Like that, okay? Going up and down, you see mine's locked right now. But if you just drag this even just a little bit, you can then move it like this. And you could zoom in this way, zoom in this way. Or with your scroll wheel. Also, what I find really helpful is if, let's say we want to zoom in right here. If I zoom in, you see how it goes to the side a little bit? You just hold control. See that? How it just fucking dials in like that? So, yeah, that's that. So we'll go into my settings. This is my, these are my settings. So for symbol, I put the body on white and then black for a bearish candle. Borders like this. Wick like this. Okay. Make sure your time zone is set to UTC -5 New York. Also, I don't know if this sets all of them like that, but also make sure down right here, you also set this to -5 New York. It should set both of them when you set this one as that though. Precision, don't fucking worry about that. Status line, this is what I have that setting as. Pretty self-explanatory. Scaling, you can look at that. I don't think I fucked with any of this, but if you want my exact settings, just click that. Canvas. Canvas is just going to be this back area right here in like the general theme. I have mine on gradient. So gray to black. So you see it down here, it's like a darker, like almost like a blue to black. I didn't put it exact black, and then up here is more gray, so it's gradient. You can set a solid if you want. You can also put a watermark saying something. I think there's a way to custom make the watermark, but it doesn't fucking matter. I don't really care. Scales. Well, I don't know. Trading. Look right here. Buy sell buttons. These right here. You can show them or hide them. Normally, I usually don't click these right here because there's a different way to do that. Instant orders placement. You want that to be on for sure. Executions. Oh yeah. You get a bunch of them. Weird. All right. Okay. What the fuck's up with that? Dude, all right, just imagine for a moment you're fucking locked in on the charts. You just woke up, fucking New York open. You woke up a little late. You like just got up. You rush your computer. And you're like, fuck it, I'm throwing on a buy. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Consider a different avenue. Don't go that route. Kind of valid. That's dumb as fuck. This is the only acceptable one. Also, if you have it, you don't have to download TradingView. I like it downloaded because it's smoother, it's more customizable. It utilizes your computer way better. You can also just go to TradingView on Google, just type in TradingView, and there's like a website for it. That one will go all to filled. If I could do that one, I would do it on this, but I don't know how to. Okay, let's see here. Positions, profit and loss. Yeah, you want all of these on right here. Executions you can turn on or off. I don't execute on TradingView myself. I trade at Top Step X mostly. Price line, position, orders, executions, whatever. There you go. On screenshots, whatever. That doesn't matter. Alerts, events, whatever. Okay, cool. So that's my general settings. To access those again, click right here. Don't worry about quick search, full screen mode. I mean, if you want, but honestly, it's pretty useful to have this information right here, so fuck that. You can take a picture here. What I like to do, I don't know how to do it on Mac. If you're on Windows, press, just literally click print screen. There's a button that says PRTSC. Just click it, boom, like that, and then you can drag and like select what you want. Boom, now I have a screenshot. Perfect. What else? Right here, you get your watch list. I just type them in. You can put this here if you want, but like ES, NQ, and all that shit, but I just type them in, to be honest with you. Down, I mean, I don't fucking pay attention to any of this shit. We got our alerts right here. Go ahead and get rid of that. That was when I was trading options, which I do trade options sometimes, but mostly just longer swings, but that doesn't fucking matter. This is like drawing and shit, drawings and indicators and shit. Honestly, this is pretty funny. That's interesting. Screeners, I never knew what these did. Don't fuck with it. This right here, calendars, pretty cool. You can see, you can make it high priority only like this, high importance. But honestly, what I personally do, now you can do whatever you want, but what I do is go to forexfactory.com/calendar. Right here, I click this little filter button. I just do orange and red, and I put it on USD only because I'm in the US and I trade NASDAQ, which is a US index. So, and then just hit apply filter. It's going to show this week. You can switch it right here. In my Discord community, which is completely free if you want to join, we do. I make sure we post news every single week in here. On the weekend or something, I usually post this in here, so I just grab a screenshot of that. So red folder is like, that's your high impact, orange is like medium impact, but your high impact is definitely what you want to look out for. So you got red folder news, quite a lengthy news. I mean, if you look at last week, it was the same. There's been a lot of fucking news lately, but price action's been trading good. Anyways, this is in my community. I don't want to overload you on that shit. Don't know. Yeah, so the reason why I said that, just go to forexfactory.com. I trade futures. I don't trade Forex, but it doesn't matter. forexfactory.com/calendar. That's probably what you're going to want to look at over this, because this, I've noticed, sometimes misses a few things. But, yeah, I don't fuck with any of that shit. You have your favorite drawings toolbar right here. You can turn that on and off right here. These are all your drawings, right? So you have this right here, which is your default. You see how it has like a cross plus and minus on there. You could do a dot. That's cool. Arrow, just your mouse. I've never seen that, but honestly, I'd probably punch you in the fucking nose if I saw you using that. What the fuck? All right, demonstration. Hello, YouTube. Like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? This is dumb. We're putting it on cross. Okay, cool. So that's just your cursor. Right here, you have lines. Pretty cool. Trend line's good for SMTs. Go over that later. Horizontal array is good for marking liquidity. Go over that later. Vertical line I like to map out for times, like macros and kill zones. Macros, go over that later. Here we go right here. Fib retracement is the only one I use out of this anymore. I like to use premium discount right here. So these are the settings for that if you want to look. I use more on this, but like I said, I trade on Top Step X, which uses TradingView. but this is all you really need to know. There's also standard deviation, which I don't have mapped out, but there's your settings right there. GAN box I don't use anymore. I'm going to deselect that. Okay, yeah, I used to use that for premium discount. Because if you don't want the numbers, GAN box is pretty good, but I honestly don't know what the fuck GAN even stands for. I am illiterate. Right here, these are patterns. Let's see what this shit. Head and shoulders is crazy. Okay, we're gonna pretend that doesn't exist. Elliott wave. Okay. Right here. Very important. Long position, short position. Very important right here. This is how you place trades on TradingView. I can go over how to place trades later. Right here, brush. If you want to write shit, brush is good. Arrow, like that. Arrow is great. I have that favorited. You could favorite anything right here on this little right side. Rectangle, you definitely want rectangle on. I'll go over all my drawing settings in a minute. But this is to mark out fair value gaps, which I'll go over later. You get the point. Circle, path. These are what I usually use for my community whenever I'm like kind of showing them what I'm thinking in the market at the time. You can also put text if you want. All right. Don't worry about this. That was measure like that. You can also just hold shift. You hold shift and you click anywhere. Measure. And this right here is ticks. This right here is handles, also known as points. We'll go over that shortly. I'm not trying to bore you guys too long here. Zoom in, don't worry about that. You could just zoom in like this. But if you want, you could do that. And then anytime you, maybe let's say you fucked it up too much, just right click and hit reset chart view. Magnet mode I'd recommend having on. I put mine on weak. Magnet mode is like, let's say I want to place a line right here, right? You see how it sticks? My cursor's not exactly on. You see how it kind of sticks on that for me? And when I move it around, you see how it kind of jumps? If you have magnet mode on, why I always use magnet mode by default, if you have it on, just hold control and you can temporarily disable it if you don't want it to stick on things. But if you want precise levels, like I want it right at the wick of this, boom, perfect. It's going to be to the tick. And then the reason why you favorite all these is because you have your drawing toolbar, so you can just click them from here. Hope this helps. You got your favorite time intervals here. Can't think. When people say the daily chart, they don't mean for you to show them a whole day usually. They usually mean daily candles. So that means each one of these candles is a day. So this is an entire 23 or 24 hour period. Right here, I don't use this anymore. This is kind of nice to see some high time frame shit. This one's pretty cool. It shows you the different sessions, like Asia session, London session, if you go down to lower time frames like this, which is cool. But I have that shit memorized. I don't use it anymore. Stay away from indicators. This little button right here. All this shit right here, all this, none of this I use anymore. This is all shit I used to use when I used to trade shit. Like, I don't even. What is that? What is that? Liquidation ranges? Oh my gosh. To remove them, the reason why I'm putting them on is to show you something. To remove them, you click this little button right here, and then boom. Boom. Okay. If you do have them on, moving average, I used to use this one a lot. This one's on the bottom right. So if you click this, you won't be able to do it. You won't see it up here. It's down there. But you'll notice you can't remove it. You have to click this first to where it's like dropped down like that in order to go down here and hit delete. That will help you a lot. When you first get TradingView, there's going to be a volume one down here. It's this one. To remove that, it's going to be up here. For what we're doing, it doesn't really matter too much that you have volume turned on. Anyways, that's most of them. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. More of my shit. So, what you need to be having favorited. I haven't used this in a while on. Okay, so what you need to. In my system. All right. So you have your daily. You don't really need to use anything more than that. That's kind of you don't really need to use anything more than that. In Q1, by the way, I just switched to NQ1. It'll show you ever since NASDAQ or NQ, which is NASDAQ futures, began. And then you get your 4 hour. You want to have your 4 hour favorited. Your hourly. That means each one of these candles is an hour. 90-minute I like using. 30-minute I like using. 15-minute I love. 5-minute I love. 1 minute I love. You can also have 2 and 3 minute if you so choose. 1 minute is plenty of info for me. You'll notice right here there's a D for delayed. If you link a prop firm broker to your account, it will oh damn, I didn't realize my face was covering it. Let me show you guys. No, never mind. Fuck that. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I forgot where I was going with that. But anyways, long story short, these are the time frames you're gonna want. Type shot. Okay, so those time frames are very important. Okay, so that's really all you need to know. I wouldn't fuck with anything down here. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say was when you do set up a prop firm account, you won't have to worry about data being delayed or not, because usually that comes with it. Don't ever pay for, like, for instance, Top Step. I'm an avid user of Top Step. Don't use Top Step's, pay for their depth of market data. If you use them through Tradingview, you can come down here, trading panel, and you can hit Tradingview and then log into your Tradingview account and then trade on this. But yeah, another thing to place an entry. So you got going long, which means I think price will go up. You can do this, click it, and then right click it. You can hit create limit order, and then an order window will come up. Let's actually okay, perfect. So you click this, create limit order, and you can see it already creates for 1 unit. It already creates, obviously that's a shit ton, but it already creates a limit order for you, and you can drag it around, and you can actually drag it on here if you want. Anyways, we will go over order types actually real quick. That's probably going to be very helpful. So let's say I haven't really taught you confluences yet, so there's no. I don't expect you to think to know. Oh, I think the market's gonna go down. If you do and you don't know what a confluence is, you're going off pure speculation. You don't know what you're talking about. So you gotta. That's why I'm gonna teach you the confluences so that you do know what you're talking about, because some people think they can predict the market. I can't even predict the market, and I've been trading for 3 years. So, anyways, so let's say you're right here and you think the market's going to go up based on whatever confluences you were using. You're going to grab the long position right here. Long means going up. Short means going down. So I think it'll go up. Okay? You'll click it. You'll put it at wherever. Let's say you're like, oh, I want price to come. It's not moving. Price is not moving right now. Actually, let's just do that. This is interesting. So you can just place long position like this. Down here is called your stop loss. A stop loss basically means once you lose a certain amount of money, it takes you up. So let's say it basically puts a number on your risk. So if you want to risk $500 a trade on your account, you obviously want to set a level. You don't ever not use a stop loss. If you don't use a stop loss, if price goes down, let's say like $1,000, you're gonna lose $1,000 if it goes down even more. But if you're down 500 and it goes straight down, it goes past that, it doesn't matter. You're only gonna lose $500. Basically, stop loss means it hits a stop and then at whatever loss that's set at. Take profit is where it will. Both a stop loss and a take profit close your position. A take profit is going to close your position, and it means you are in profit. Stop loss means you lost money. So, yeah, usually your take profit is going to be harder to get. Like it's going to be further away from your entry than your stop loss due to the fact that no trader, I don't care how good you are, no trader, you're not going to be right every time. So you want to mitigate. It's called risk management. You want to mitigate how much you're losing. So if for instance, what I like doing a lot is if I want to risk $500, it's usually to make $1,500. So if I'm wrong, I lose $500. I have to lose 3 times to lose one profitable day, a war trade of $1,500. Kind of play this out. I don't know. I've never used this shit. Oh, cool. See how it just keeps going, though? You see what I'm saying? How it just keeps going, and there's no stop loss or take profit. So take profit, if I want that shit to be back up here where this was, stop loss down here, it would come down and stop me out, is what we call it, for $460. That means I would lose $460. But I'm risking $460 like a risk, like I might lose, to make $1,800. And that risk to reward ratio, that's verbiage right there. You need to know that. Risk to reward ratio is what that's called. You can use it with long and short position. This is a long position. I wouldn't use short position. You can see right here, risk reward ratio 4.01. That means that I'm risking 4.01 times the amount that I'm trying to make 4 times the amount that I would lose. So if I win, I make 4.01 times. I hope that makes sense, because that was a terrible way of fucking explaining it. But okay, I don't use this, so dunno. Okay, think. Okay. That's really my trading setup. I can't think of anything else. All I would say, just kind of closing remarks, is I would say paper trading. Paper trading means like fake money. You can use Tradingview's paper trading with them, and you could set like the amount of money you like reset account. I want to put it at $100,000 reset. So my available funds are $100,000, right? So whenever I'm trading and I'm losing or winning or whatever, I see how much I'm winning and losing, but it's not real money, which is what I would highly recommend you do before you even start playing with real money. And even so, before you even start playing with real money, you can play with prop firms. Prop firms are they basically give you that money. You can't just like pull it out, but they fund you like $50,000 because you have to have a certain amount of money as collateral to place these trades, if that makes sense. So like NASDAQ, 20,207.25 points. That's how much NASDAQ is worth. You need 20,207.25 You need $20,207 fucking dollars. Holy shit, I'm stuttering. It's so late. You need $20,000 in 207. That number, this right here. You need that amount of money to place a trade or for one mini contract. You also have micros, which is the same as NQ1. It's just MNQ1. Just click that. So a micro is a 1/10 of a mini. So micro E-mini, and then is just E-mini. Also known as just minis. Minis and micros. So I'll explain that. So let me just explain something real quick so this makes more sense. A tick is, let me just use the measuring. Well, let me actually show you a candle. So a tick, look, I want you to be looking right here. See that right there, right here? Look right there. So you see how it's moving obviously up and down? Every 25 cents, it's not actually money because they go off of points, a point system. That's what NQ and that's what futures go off of. It's not money because, like, okay, I'm overthinking this shit. Basically, every 25 cents or points, every 25 that's a tick. So every time it goes up or down 25, see how it goes like this? Boom, it goes up by 25 increments on the right side. You see that right there? Boom, 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 boom. Every single tick that you are in a trade on that goes with you or against you on a mini is worth $5 per mini. It might be 10. Am I tweaking? Because NQ, ES is 1250, NQ is 5. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why, but obviously I'm not trying to make one tick and then sell it, so I don't fucking remember that shit. But anyways, long story short, I'm having a brain fart. Anyways, a handle, also known as a bar, is 4 ticks, so it's like a dollar. So we're at 20,190. If I went 4 ticks up, we'd be at 20,191. You can also measure like this. This right here is 269 ticks going down. That's why it's negative. Or 67.25 points or handles or bars, whatever you want to call it. We call them points in my community. Yeah. Yeah, so every single tick is $5. Just remember that. So if it only, like, that means it only has to go boop, and you're already up like a little bit of money. So it's very volatile. It's not like, oh, I buy at 20,207 to 25 and it goes up to 20,220. I made fucking 13 or whatever dollars. I made X amount of money, right? No, you make way more than that. That's why futures is very leveraged. But it's a little bit more linear than options because time's not really working against you. I'd say one benefit to futures is that time works. Time's a lot better. You're not really in as much of a rush to trade, but you're also risking a little bit more. But you have things like prop firms. I don't think there's any options prop firms that I've heard of. So, yeah, that's probably going to be it, honestly. I can't really think of anything else to explain. If you have any questions, this is just going over very, very general basic shit, like mainly my chart settings, but I kind of went off on a tangent there, as I do sometimes. If you have any questions, just feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or if you're in my Discord and you're watching this, feel free to drop them in there. Yeah, that's really it. See ya.